Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where we continue our Dutch campaign. I love it. Of course, we are playing on DIP Extended, meaning loading times are terrible. But it has its charms, And we are, we are in December 1913. Yeah, some time has passed since last episode. Yeah, some of my recordings got corrupted. It's unfortunate. It can't be helped. So, let me introduce you to our new fleet. These are our old designs up to the Delft. William, of course, the Battlecruisers. And the Noorderhoek. I think that was the last ship you guys saw me build. Well, and a Protector, of course. Silly little Protector. I've upgraded the Protector. And she has now two triple 12-inch guns. To give her a bit of firepower. And all cruisers, battleships have been upgraded to a more modern design. Including Eendrecht, Batavia, there we are, beautiful with your sight guns. Not much has changed on you. Same with the Hake. Although the Hake, if you look carefully, you see the bow and stern turrets. Those are triples now. Triple 12 inches. And the Delft class battleships also have triples and a single dual. And then of course we have the newest battleship that sadly I did not record. At least, well, I did, but yeah. Annoying. The Stroopwafel class battleship has 4 15-inch guns and will be the mainstay for my fleet. We are building them. 17 months. Once these are done, more will be built. I want to replace all my battleships with these new Stroopwafels. Stroopwafels are awesome. Let's take a look how awesome they are. I mean, come on. This looks cool. This is a very cool looking warship. 31,000 tons, 26 knots, semi-oil. All of my ships are semi-oil now. Anti-torp 1 is fairly weak, but as long as I don't get hit by torpedoes. A 14-inch main belt and a 7-inch deck and 4 belt armor. That's nothing to scoff at, I think. My 6-inchers, yeah, I forgot about the armor there. But my 11-inchers are well armored up, so I'm confident that this is a decent enough design to get into production and hopefully to rule the world with. Talking about ruling the world, we are at plus 13.4% economic growth. Everything is looking fine. We're losing a bit of money, but that will not be for long. Political-wise, as you can see, United States, Russia, Italy, they're still a bit grumpy with me. The Caliphate, very grumpy with me. Korea, very grumpy, but since Korea has like no ships right now, I don't really care about them anymore. China, Norway, that's a more interesting target. Chile, Chile of course has no home state population. They only have a single island. I could attack them, I could wipe them out. Not really in my best interest, no. No, not really in my interest at all, but if it happens, it will happen, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really care anymore. And of course, if necessary, we have ships. Maybe let's prepare a Well, I could send simply, let's see, that's 25,000 here. Oh, not the Alkmaar. Just send the battle cruisers to Santa Cruz as a forward base. From there they can move up to over here to Easter Islands to deal with Chile should they become hostile to me. Norway, well, if the Norwegians, I'd love to fight with the Norwegians, or maybe the Danish. Maybe go after Denmark. I mean, that'll be fun, right? Denmark is pretty happy with me, though. That is a shame. Yeah, maybe just go for Chile first. Giving me a base of operations in the Pacific could be very useful. Terrible for my transports, but war technical, yeah, very useful indeed. Also, minus 35 million now. That happens when you're over capacity in a dockyard, I presume. Oh well. Without much further ado, let's continue. Alright, Korea, accept our terms or go to war. Good boy. No alliance. Good boy, Chile. Argentina, no thank you. Caliphate. Okay. Okay, this wasn't in my plans. Oh shit. Oh no. Things have turned out for the worst. Okay, let's make it hard for Italy and use my battle cruisers with their escorts to block off the Mediterranean immediately. I think that is a smart call to make. Block off the Italians. They have to go all the way around. That'll cost them a lot of fuel. Okay. So we are at war with the US of A and Japan. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. No. Oh, Caliphate, why were you allies with all of them? And that's one of the things that annoys me. Half of the time, yeah, they get into a war. Half of the time there's like, yeah, no war. Why would we bother helping these guys? Yikes. So what do I have? The Protector is still being refitted here. That is the main force I have. So let's assume for a moment we're gonna take some heavy hits in Asia for the time being. Can't be helped. Our first objective is to secure my European interests. I'm gonna leave my main battle fleet at standby in Amsterdam. Sure. So my main objective will be the Mediterranean, I think. Destroy the Italian fleet. Maybe take Sardinia off the Italians. Maybe even Sicily. Right? And after that, continue on the counteroffensive in Asia, because by then I will have lost either parts of Asia or maybe the Western Sahara or even Spain. It is a possibility. Okay. So, who can we use as allies? Greece, not really. Useless. Argentina. One battleship. Not gonna matter. Portugal, maybe. No, they got one battlecruiser currently. Nope. France. France might be an ally. France and Austria. Let's hit Austria as an ally to begin with. I think that might be very useful indeed. After that, after Austria, we're going to get France in, hopefully. Get a nice alliance going between three major powers. Oh god. I fucked that up. Oh, bring it on, my friends, bring it on. Alright. I'm not afraid. You're afraid. Honestly. Let's increase transport capabilities because we are going to take a massive hit there on that regard. Do I want to build another troop raffle? Yeah, I can't afford that. I could. The problem is Hector here is the most advanced destroyer currently that I can build. 1908. That will not be great, right? Will it show? Will it show weapons? Mark II torpedo tubes, but doesn't show the torpedo range currently. Alright, let's jump into the design. Alright, it was this ship. Detection weapons, torpedo tubes, 5 kilometer range. Yeah, that's not great. Let's get a new design going. A new destroyer that will be easy to produce during wartime is always useful, I think. Ooh, the destroyer 2-hull, ladies and gentlemen. I would like 33 knots. Semi-oil turbines. Anti-flood 2 is just not affordable. Let's drop down to 30 knots. Maybe then we can actually do something with this. Main tower, check. Oh, look at that. In this mod you can't put the secondary tower on the platform. That's a shame. Okay, we can get away with a single funnel on 30 knots. That is good. Now these torpedoes have an 8 kilometer range. Why is there a... Holy shit, we got flying torpedoes, folks. We have flying torpedoes. This ship should be named the Flying Fish. Let's not. I don't want to break the game on accident or something. Okay, 6 torpedoes, 3 on each side. That's not a big salvo, is it? 6 torpedoes on each side. That sounds a lot better. Yeah. Main guns. 5-inch Mark III, 45, 340. I'm tempted to go for the 5-incher, honestly. Like 3 5-inch guns to begin with. Challenge accepted. This hull really hates me. Okay. And back to the drawing boards. Then we do this. Damn, it would look cool, but yeah, weight offset. And I do want 21-inch torpedoes, if only for the range. Yeah, let's get rid of that again. You're a bit grumpy as well now. Stop being grumpy. Okay, there we go. 24 tons overweight currently. And I'm not done yet. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now, this is a thin funnel 5. Let's replace you with a 4. Don't really use the armed secondary they're all armed, okay. However, if I go with Tower 2, it will be a bit cheaper. And the advanced main tower, I know getting a weaker main tower might not be the best decision, but it's mine to make. Yeah, no, that hardly saves any weight. Come on, don't tell me I have to drop back to 29 knots. I'll drop down to 29 knots. Problem solved. Then we are gonna get you back in again. Okay, the 5-inch guns really... What I could do, that also gives me this firing position. I do like that they fixed the rotation thing for the mirrored guns on this mod. I really do like that. Okay, so now you have 3-inch guns. 3-inch guns suck. You do have a lot of them though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-inch guns on either side. Which is good. How much? 1.5. And 1 tick on the superstructure. Can we get another tick in? Yes, we can. Well, at least it's something. Okay, so we have a glass cannon. But this glass cannon from 9-kilometer range can fire 6 torpedoes, turn around another 6 torpedoes. So it will be a nice spam of torpedoes for only 28 million. It's still more expensive than, far more expensive than my other destroyers, but hopefully this will give me some extra firepower quickly. Now, you know what? Let's build 7 to begin with. Okay, we are good in terms of that. And let's build another 5. Okay, in terms of capacity, we're pretty decent now. Yeah, I approve. I approve. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the war has begun. Yikes. This wasn't quite what I wanted, especially not against the US. Or Japan. The other two I don't really mind as much. I really did not want to fight the US. Right, let's see what happens. The pain time has begun. Come on, give me an engagement with my battlecruisers. That would be so nice if we can get that straight away. Fair worse, though. Okay, no engagement in the first month. Battlecruiser 3 hull. Interesting. In fact, the Italian Navy seems to have all but vanished. Okay. Battlecruisers. You're gonna hit the Italian coastline. I'm gonna leave the light cruiser and the destroyers behind. So it's gonna be a small operation in the Mediterranean to see if we can draw out some of the Italian warships. My battle cruisers, of course. Where they are, William I, 13-inch guns. I am confident these ships can still make a good difference, even in their current state. I'm gonna look at return to see how quickly these ships will be built. I just know it. By blocking the Mediterranean off, I think I caused quite a bit of a problem for the Italians. Okay, what's happening in Asia, though? We have a large... Holy shit, 8 battleships here. How many battleships do the US have? 17. So almost half of their fleet. Yeah, with this, half of their fleet is here. Okay, their ground attack is happening here. That makes sense. Somehow I think that the Protector on her own will not be enough to defeat this. I don't know why. I don't know why I think that. Okay, no engagements. I did not check the Austrians. Improve relations, please. I did not check the loss of transport ships, sadly, and somehow, again, why I didn't get an engagement here is beyond me. Oh, but the enemy is responding. And I'm willing to risk these battlecruisers in a fight against the entire Italian fleet. I'll be honest. I'm willing to risk them. I think I can do massive damage with these 3 ships before disengaging. So I'm not too worried. I am losing a lot of money currently, and since I don't need as much transport currently, let's turn that off. Yeah, let's do it like that. For a turn or two. And let's hope we get that engagement with that Italian fleet. Okay, we have a couple of convoy battles. And we have a big fight, yeah! Let's do it, folks. This is the fight I was hoping on. I'm counting on not getting hit by their battleships. I'm counting on being able to wipe out their escorts and do massive damage to the Italian fleet that way. Hopefully without losing my battlecruisers. That's my game plan. William I, William II, and William III. With William II being the lead ship of my formation. Enemy is northwest. My ships are doing 28 knots, so I should be able to outrun their battleships. Yeah, their battleships are doing 13 knots. Holy shit, they're slow. I can completely dominate this fight. Save fire on the guns for now. Let's close in a bit. They've spotted me. Seeing the cruisers are here. Let's prepare. What's my range? Okay, yeah. Normal fire authorized. Now that is a nice action shot. You know? This is very nice if I remember how to do it. I don't remember how to remove the interface. Oh, there we go. That is a nice screenshot for this campaign. A nice intro picture for this campaign, I suppose. Let's do it properly. Let's can we get that second battlecruiser there in the rear? Yeah, this looks cool. I like it. And interface back on. Now let me quickly save that screenshot. There we go, otherwise I will forget. Now, back to the battle, folks. Back to the battle. Ship 1, Ship 2, and Ship 3. 5 times speed, please. Two blocks hits. That's unfair. We're firing high explosive rounds. I don't like that. Let's do that instead, shall we? Let's come in a bit. Enemy ships are changing formation. Yeah, you can't hit me, folks. You can't hit me. I hope. Don't jinx it. For the love of God, don't jinx it. Stand by to change targets. Ooh, nasty hit there. Minor hit. Light cruiser taking a hit on accident. Not that I mind. In fact, I think that is very, very useful. That heavy cruiser has seen better days. And cease fire with the main guns. Okay. I'm still under heavy attack. Not from, yeah, from these battleships actually. But only a 3.8% chance of hitting me. That is nothing. These heavy cruisers here, 2 of them are okay, 1 of them is damaged. Okay, I'm going in to get my secondaries to bear on those light cruisers. With their 6.1-inch guns, they're hardly doing any damage to me. I mean, they got no range on them. Look at that. Like 6 kilometers. And their torpedoes, 3 kilometers. Yeah, those light cruisers are like not worth the effort, really. Okay, we are engaging the enemy light cruisers. Are we? Yeah, we are in range of the battleships. Main guns on that battleship, fire at will. Well, not fire at will, fire at the battleship. Let's do some ranging shots while my secondaries are opening up on the light cruisers here. Of course, I don't have a lot of secondaries on these ships. A couple of 6-inchers, a couple of 4-inch casemates. No, 6-inch casemates, pardon me. Many bulkheads on that battleship. Interesting. What else does that battleship have to offer? Coincidence, 2 rangefinders. That is actually not bad. In fact, that's the same that I got. Come on, guns. Do your thing and hit. And then gun salvo out. If this salvo doesn't... Well, if it works or not, doesn't matter. I am gonna change up my targets again. Ah, of course, now we hit. Another one hits? Nope. That's the last salvo, I think, towards this battleship. Looking good. Secondary gun destroyed. Yeah, not bad. But the cruisers are a... more vital concern currently. Alright, let's continue back to 5 times speed. Don't like the fact that this cruiser is stopped. A cruiser that stopped is scary. Alright, we're gonna turn around. Hit on my battlecruiser. Turning around, engaging these cruisers next, trying to get them away, and then I'll be in a good position to hit their battleships, I think. Hopefully. William II, stand by to change targets. Enemy escorts are matching my course. That's unfortunate. Still, 1 hit for the enemy. 28 hits from me. Let's see if we can get a bit closer to get rid of those, at least some of these heavy cruisers. Come on. My aiming is terrible today. And I don't want to drop speed, because I don't want that to happen. It can happen, of course. Luckily it wasn't a serious hit. I am playing with fire here, using only 3 ships. And that hit kinda rattled me, I'll be honest. A battleship hit. Thank you! Oh, that cruiser is done for. She will drop out of the formation, I think. Another good hit. Come on, come on, come on. William, fire. Ah. Hopeless. Alright. That wasn't nice. Right, sweetheart. Time to start killing some stuff. Or at least badly damaging another cruiser. That would be kind of nice as well. We are clearly winning this engagement currently. Fuel status 90%, so we're good on fuel. A good hit on that cruiser, but we are entering its weapon range now. Good, another 4K hit. No major damage though, no major damage. These torpedo boats, very short range torpedoes, okay. Gonna set my main guns over here. That cruiser is pretty much disabled. Main guns on that battleship. Secondary guns are gonna shoot at the torpedo boats. Gonna get hit. Jesus! You're gonna detach. William III, you're in the lead. Oh my god. Main guns on those battleships. Come on. I know attacking battleships was a bad idea, but some hits would be nice. Guess the Italian fleet is slightly better than I first expected. Still, if I can keep them away from William II until I can end the fight, I'll be pleased. As such, the priorities for this engagement have changed. Not dying is a nice objective now. Enemy continues to screen against these two ships. That is excellent. Fire high explosive rounds. Oh god, yeah, I'm out of armor piercing. No, that's not good. That's not good. I need to fix that. More armor piercing shells on these ships. 3 blocked hits. Well done, cruiser. Well done. Unlucky torpedo boats. That's what you get when you screen a cruiser from that range. Hello? Finally. Yeah, those high explosive guns are not really, shells are not really doing much, are they? I mean, what kind of armor do you... How do you block that? Oh my god. Alright, what's the distance? 30 kilometers, that is good. Okay, yeah, this is a disappointing engagement. Disappointing indeed. However, for the sake of William II, I am gonna end this fight. I need to get that ship out of here. How do you still have 500 victory? Yeah, okay. I see how you got 500 victory points. Damage received. Yeah, the torpedo boat got nuked. Yeah, too much damage received on my end. Damn, I had expected better results from these battle cruisers. But we damaged quite a few, well, lightly damaged quite a few enemy ships. One of my battle cruisers is gone currently. I don't know to what port. There, Bilbao. Let's move you towards Bilbao as well. Then we have a convoy battle of a American task force attacking the Protector. Now, the Protector is upgraded. I think that is a good convoy protection ship. I mean, hi! Ah, she's cute. This is a cute little warship for this task. The Freedom here is a fairly modern light cruiser, with Ponty being a bit older, but still very useful. I'm gonna leave my destroyers as a screening force for the convoy. Light cruisers and my battleship will go hunt for the enemy. Of course, Protector is not fast. That is a given. Look at that, slowing down to 17 knots in a turn. But hopefully she will succeed. Now, enemy is northeast, they say. So I'm sending 3 ships to find them. There we are. Contact established. We are, of course, fighting 3 enemy ships. My light cruisers need to deal with those destroyers. While my battleship with her 12-inch guns goes after the cruisers. I think that'll be a fair way to do it. I'm gonna turn away in case of a torpedo attack. My own destroyers are over here. Let's go very, very slowly. Thank you. My turn to smoke up. Protect her turn. Protect her secondaries. Take on that destroyer, please. Destroyer has fired. Destroyer has fired. I don't know where the torpedoes are going. But the enemy destroyer is disabled. Is probably dead. First victory against the Americans has been achieved so far. Light cruisers, come about, finish off the destroyer, please. After all, my battleship has better things to do. Namely, try to hit the enemy. Thank you! And that's the thing, once that battleship starts hitting, it will hit hard. Armor piercing rounds, please. Not to mention the battleship does have a 12-inch main belt, so decent enough. Come on, light cruisers, finish up the destroyer. Thank you. Now all firepower on the cruiser Memphis from those ships. Thank you. Battleship, slow down to 18 knots. Destroyers, since we're close, and these are the only 2 enemy ships remaining, let's get them into the fight. Alright. Full speed, please. At least get into gun range. They got some decent enough guns for this. Torpedo detonation on the enemy cruiser, always nice, and with some sheer dumb luck, we dodged a torpedo attack. I suppose it's my turn now, right? A lock on. Bad torpedo angle, let's not do so. Destroyers, you're offering a far more useful torpedo attack angle here. cruiser torpedoes away. Destroyer torpedoes are away as well. Torpedoes off on you girls. Lock torpedoes on the second cruiser, please. Battleship come about. Torpedo detonation. Torpedo hits, torpedo hits, torpedo hits. Torpedo hits. Excellent work. And there comes the second salvo from the cruisers. First enemy heavy down. Yeah. Yeah, you did not like that, did you, Americans? In terms of tack, they are fairly equal to me, which is cool. It's nice to have an equal fight on our hands. Careful there, Protector. You're not really good at dodging torpedoes. Neither was the enemy, though. 18,000, okay. Our first victory of the war against the Americans. 2 American heavy cruisers gone. That is actually very good. Right, 2 enemy heavy cruisers. Yeah. Yeah, that is wonderful. That's a wonderful start. Wonderful start indeed. Yeah, figured as much. The first couple of battles will be against the Americans. Which honestly is fine with me. You guys are all active. This fleet engaged. Minor damage there, but it will... Holy... Minus 400 million, let me guess. We are way over capacity currently due to the repairs. I figured as much. If I suspend all those, I probably have to suspend you as well. Maybe suspending that battleship is more useful than suspending the destroyers. That's minus 28 million. Yeah, that is a lot better, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I can get into a positive should the need arise. Okay, next engagement. 1 heavy cruiser and a destroyer against me. In the meanwhile, let's save that picture. Okay, there we are. Enemy is to the east. What do I have with me? I have the cruiser Rotterdam and the cruiser Wassenaar, and they have good guns. They should be able to deal with those American cruisers, I think. 1 destroyer. The weather is good. Let's speed up for a moment. Hold it. We've engaged the enemy. And my camera is not in position. Enemy destroyer has spotted me. I have not spotted... Well, I've spotted the enemy destroyer, but it wasn't in range for my guns. Naughty, naughty, naughty. 3 times speed, please. Heavy cruisers, please deal with the destroyer first. My destroyer, in the meanwhile, makes a torpedo run at that enemy heavy cruiser. Before running away in this direction. Okay, that's good. Maybe a torpedo hit. This fight is more interesting currently. As my destroyer runs, although, yeah, we might be looking at a single torpedo hit here at the Toledo. Maybe, hopefully. Yes! Oh, that's huge. That is a huge hit. Well done, destroyer. The enemy cruiser is badly mauled. With standard bulkheads, she has a bit of an issue. So has this destroyer, by the way. She's out of torpedoes, so I can easily close in. Yeah, this fight should be mine without too much hassle. Destroyer may join up with the heavy cruisers. Okay, we got her. And the cruiser Toledo, of course, is badly damaged as well. Please sink, destroyer. Thank you. A lot of new course. Oh, Rotterdam is out. Main gun damaged. Cruisers, 8-inch main armor. I got 6 and 3. So my main belt is a bit less, but the rest of my armor is better. For the rest, yeah. Fun ship, fun little ship, the AI. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's an old cruiser, of course, but it's a viable one. Not to mention, she is killing the Rotterdam. If I'm not careful. Torpedoes are almost reloaded. Then we will charge in again. Her secondary tower. Oh. Torpedo attack. Torpedo attack. Torpedo attack. Destroyer. You may detach. You may actually start your run. Just go normal. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That torpedo attack will miss. Destroyer is the main target currently, so let's disengage her. Again, I rather have the destroyer getting hit than the cruisers, but you know how weak my destroyers are. Chance to hit currently. Not great. I suppose we need to close in. But we can close in with the destroyer now. Start the attack run. Okay, my cruisers can do with a bit more armor, I think, but overall they're doing fine. They're doing good work. That enemy cruiser is so slow, it can hardly turn. Aggressive torpedoes authorized. First salvo off. Second launcher is stuck, I think. But one torpedo hit on her bow. Always a good thing. Let's hope we can fire the second torpedo now. Yeah, now it's turning. Now it's turning. Torpedoes away. That's good. Looking good. ship would be very nice. And there she goes. Alright. That is some nice victory points there. And if I can get a peace deal with the US, the moment I can, I will take it. Thank you. Because I don't want a war with the US. I don't want a war with China either. With Japan either. The other two? Yeah, fine. Just one step at a time, please. One enemy at a time. Right. Last engagement here. Enemy is to the north. Okay. It's a light cruiser. What do we have? Okay, this is a 7-inch gun cruiser. 2 destroyers and Amelia. Hold on. The enemy is spotting my transports, but I'm at the right course. It's just a heavy cruiser, so we should be able to kill it relatively quickly, I hope. Contact established. Contact lost. Contact re-established. Tighten up destroyer formations, please. Let's go down to 3 times speed. Double check course of my ships. Destroyers smoke up. Eindhoven is not ready to engage. Eindhoven is ready to engage. Torpedoes away from 175. Eindhoven. Torpedoes away. Damn, I was just too late with cancelling that attack, but we should get 2 torpedo hits at the very least. 2 dots! Oh no! Light cruiser, aggressive torpedoes authorized. Fire at will. Come about, prepare to fire again. Eindhoven is Division 5. We're gonna swap the destroyers around. Light cruiser, smoke up please. Prepare for torpedo attack on your other side. We're just going aggressive with the torpedo fire here. Torpedoes away. 1 torpedo hits. 2 torpedo hits. I'd say her bow is gone. Confirm torpedoes off. Confirm torpedoes off. Continue the engagements. Enemy cruiser badly mauled by those torpedoes. Only have standard bulkheads. So, yeah. An easy victory. And my light cruiser is actually, yeah, quite a bit of damage done. Of course, most of it is done by the torpedoes. Still, not bad. Careful though, the enemy has torpedoes of her own. So let's turn you away again. Turn you away again. Torpedo attack inbound. Heavy cruiser in the meanwhile found the sweet spot. Torpedo detonation on the enemy, good. Aggressive torpedo fire authorized. So let's try it again, light cruiser. willing to fire, eh? Guess the AI thinks that we don't need the torpedoes on that target. In that case, let's close in. Enemy is out of torpedoes, but it could have been a launch. Nah, it's not a launch. Not a launch. We should be fine. Armor persecutors, please. Thank you. Scent destroyed. Another 7,000 victory points, pushing me further into a hopeful victory against the enemy. However, again, I'm over shipbuilding capacity now. That is more than... More ships are being repaired than I expected, I'll be honest. But yeah, this is a good first turn. Well, first engagement turn, really. We barely came out on top against a massive Italian fleet, so that's good. We succeeded massively against the US. Very good indeed. And we're seeing some US ships coming here, so I'll deploy 4 ships in the North Sea against that destroyer group. And the other ships that are most likely coming in, yeah, they're coming. My dad, oh, that would be an interesting target to take from the US, actually. Interesting. Interesting indeed, but let's make sure the Russians don't join as well, shall we? Okay, and before I forget, let's take a look at my repairs. William II, 5 months. Yeah, she got banged up pretty bad. But the other ships, no problem. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, comes an end to this fairly long episode. I thank you very much for watching. Join me next time to see how this war continues. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, take care.